Good evening. Just me again. Everything's working just fine. And we will continue our game of Dredge. This is Anchor Steam Beer. They just shut down the brewery yesterday. And if it's not my favorite beer, it's in the top 5. Or it was. So I had some delivered. I will sleep. And awaken refreshed to face the new day. Alright, what do we have in the way of quests, as it were? Search for relics. Common crab and fiddler crab. Did I get? I think I got that. Yeah, I do have the basic crab pot ready to go. That's a little better there. Where do I go crabbing? Common crab and fiddler crab. Don't know where I'm supposed to drop it for a day or two, but we'll find out. Actually, check my encyclopedia. Do we have any information on crab? Do we have a search function? I don't look like we have a search function. Definitely could use a search function. Well, let's go ahead and undock and head out. Select the crab pot ability with E and deploy. There, they catch things over time, but they need repairing every so often. Oh, this is a new function. There are plenty of crabs here. Okay. We'll catch a couple of simple fishies. An all-seeing cod. That's not disturbing in any way. Actually, it's pretty disturbing. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this disturbing. Another dinky little mackerel. Big boys. Another cod. It's early enough. I'm going to turn around and head back and cash in all the fish I've caught so far. Get 2 batches of fishing done. Have a nice, big, profitable day. Good evening, whomever's joined me. What do you got for me today? I'll sell all the fish for almost 200 bucks. That is a nice return on my time investment. A gray eel. That looks like, ooh, something creepy this way comes. A blood-skin shark. He's charming. In no way whatsoever. I got a trophy. I'll start heading back now. All in all, it'll be an extremely profitable day's fishing. And we've got another glowy, shiny spot over here, presumably because it's dusk. Another eel, huh? What's that? No, we're gonna discard it. Just wanted to see if there's anything else that was gonna come out of there other than eel. Something weird and wacky in here. In the cabin, we got, in addition to the encyclopedia, the blood-skin shark. Because it's not creepy at all. Hope the seagulls didn't get your catch, these blasted pests. $275, that's over $400 for the day. I'm rich, guys. I'm both filthy and rich. Necessary mats here. I can do the shipwright. I already have one big engine. Before we try trawling, let's do finish. Oh, that's right. I was going to pick up a better of the lenses to give me more light to work with. We'll go ahead and rest. We will grab our crab pot. We have a crab in it. We'll take what we can get. Sell that immediately. Got any crabs for that order? Yes, I do. Don't forget, if your crab pots get a bit worn out, Shipwright should be able to fix them right up. Ah, okay, so I got a big crab, but I can also catch little crabs. Come back when you have everything, not a regular business. Huh? Well, that's all the business I had so far. And we'll start up again. I will drop that. Flounder. Let's see if we can avoid hitting the rock. Find some more less fishy materials. Blue mackerel. Boring. Boring mackerel. I like it. That maybe floaty bits. Dredging. I get to dredge. Bolt of cotton. Another bolt of cotton. No, 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 no. Don't. Smooth driving. That's the key here. Eel. I'm not really interested in the eel, but I caught it and I hate to just throw it back. Seems so wasteful. Really trying to find more. Yeah, it's more of the same. I'm looking for more in the way of it's deep water. Look like the sharky guys. I'm interested in seeing if I can't get some more dredging done. He's big. Huh. I made it work. Stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air. Faint shapes. I'm going to place my hands on it. Goldstone does not respond to my touch this time. It did earlier on the evening when the bright red mysterious light was shining. I'm looking for more in the way of salvageables. Is there anything like this? No. No, that looks like fish as well. Don't want fish. Well, I'll go after the bubbly fish, although I'll probably have to throw something overboard if I catch anything. Squid. Blood squid. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. We'll discard that. Blood squid. Always a huge demand for blood squid around these parts. Dredging. Ah. I need the parts. So something else is going overboard. It's the Gulf flounder. Back to there tomorrow. Grab the crab pot first thing tomorrow on the way back out. Cabin, encyclopedia. Forgot the brood squid, not blood squid, my bad. Lousy weather lately. Almost makes you want to not get out of bed, but you and I, we got to do it, eh? Or it keeps people from going hungry. Another $100. And we'll head to the storage. We now have lots of bolts of cloth. Flexible fishing. See, that's good for oceanic. And that thing is only good for coastal and shallow. So if I was going to stick to one, hey there. Good evening. To your help. because it being to my health is clearly out of the question. Plus one light space, already did that. I only have one scrap metal. If it doesn't get leaked first, oh, I know, I'm a Captain Bring Down, what can I say? Alright, well, undock. You get old, you get sour. Just stay young, that's my recommendation to you kids today. Crab and a crab, basic crab pot. I'm going to go ahead and drop the crab pot here. I have no idea as to how good or not so good the leak community is around that game. Some games, for whatever reason, end up with a lot of leaks. Others, not so much. Is this going to be one of the big Sharky boys? I think it is. Yeah, one of the big Sharky boys. Well, a lot of times it's just sheer guesswork and somebody's going to be right. Everybody takes a guess and somebody's going to get it right. Definitely need that. Sadly, the spot has been depleted. There'll be no more scrap out of that, at least for now. What is narwhals? Or sharks? Sharks, I'm guessing, not narwhals. Orcas? Evidently orcas. First time I've spotted any of those. Don't have room for any flounder. Stingray, no room for that either. Eek. Oof, almost. We can grab one wood here, I think. One board. Well, we've got, I think, a week until Diablo 4 first season comes out. I'll be playing that. And then the 22nd of next month, I get Guild Wars 2, and I will be playing the hell out of that. Well, yeah, he says that now. Oh, I hit the wrong button. But really, what is he going to do? Stop the game? Go to suddenly convert the game to horizontal progression? I don't see either of those working, so. You got any crabs? Yes, yes I do. Don't forget, if your crab pots get a bit worn out, the shipwright can fix them right up. Fishmonger wraps up the crabs and hands you some money. 65 bucks. This'll do. Glad you got some use out of that old pot. You can always buy more here or repair damaged ones at the shipyard. I have one final request for you. As you've seen, some fish around here can develop odd deformities. I have indeed. What do you think happens to a person that eats the flesh of one of these mutants? Well, given the fact that this has Lovecraftian, eldritch, elder god type vibes, they go mad. Well, perhaps. But what I want to know for sure. But I want to know for sure. Bring me a mutant fish. Any will do. Just keep this between the two of us. Sure, I'll just keep it between the two of us. Bet you want me to bring you some insanity-giving fish. Lives for a profit. I sold a total of $2,500 worth of fish and about 800 of that in the last 2 days. Now, let me put my goods away. We need to go to dry dock. I think we can now. We've got 2 scrap. We've got 4 wood. We've got enough of everything of what except whatever that last thing is, and I don't know what it is. Do I have to have? I guess I have to have all of them. Ah, okay. So let's see. 2 more rod spaces. 2 more engine spaces. Or those ones I've already gotten. No, I've got the light, the light, and the nets. 2 wood. Yeah, that's fine. I can't get both. We'll get the additional rod spaces, I think. Hold cloth. I have purchased that upgrade. I think I need 1 more. Yeah, I need 1 more scrap. Oh, but I can. My storage. I don't have the... I've got the rod spaces. I don't have the engine spaces yet. Right, that makes sense. Shipwright. I have no repairs that need repairing. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the... where are we going to go from here about levels and stuff. Because really, that's kind of an intractable problem for any MMO that's based on levels as opposed to either going horizontal progression or skill-based. I don't know how you can get around it other than throwing in the towel and saying, yeah, we're done. And I don't see that happening. Mayor, what can I do for you? I've already asked him about all this stuff, I think. Shipwrecks, unfortunately, there have been quite a few in recent years. The lighthouse helps, but even it struggles to cut through the fog some nights. We do our best to salvage and clear any shipwrecks that occur on this side of the island. That should make fishing a bit easier for you. Round the back, though, it's a little harder to get there. There's still some wrecks towards the deeper patches you'll want to avoid. And what else can I do for you? Well, that'll do for now, I guess. Actually, I didn't want to dock. I'm going to go ahead and get an early night of it. In-game. Let's see, we threw the crab pot down over here. We'll take that. And we'll pick up. And we'll repair it when we get back into town. Let's see if we can't go a little further afield and find some more dredgeables instead of catchables. It's just so hard for me to, go through a fishing node or potential fishing node and not fish something up, Like a blue mackerel, say. Maybe 2. Fishing Tetris. It looks like more fish. An eel? I don't think the eels are worth very much. Thought I saw a fishing node. Oh, there's a something node. Don't be a fishing node. Instead, be a... It looks like it's a fishing node. No, it's not. I don't have the right equipment, so it doesn't matter that it's not. I can't pick up, I can't dredge whatever is dredge-worthy there, sadly. A man just wants to dredge, you know? More blue mackerel. Yeah, at least picking up a few blue mackerel will make sure that it's not a waste of money or anything. Should be, yeah, that's what I thought. We got a couple more things over here. That looks like fish. That one may not be. Yeah, it looks like it's fish. Flounder. Fan mail from some flounder. That looks like fish too. It is. I don't really want more fish. I want more salvage. More dredgy stuff. Dredgy McDredge face. That's eel again. Eel. That might not be fish. It's fish. We don't have space for one of those. Let's see if we can head back then. Yeah, we don't have room for one of those either. Not an optimal day. Fishing. Well, I mean, the fishing wasn't bad, but I didn't want the fishing. I wanted the other stuff. I don't think I can get through here, but I'm going to try. I can. Now, we'll see if we can get through here without ramming into one of the rocks and damaging ourselves. Home in plenty of time for a good night's sleep. The fishmonger who never sleeps. $643? No. $71. I have 643. Okay, I was confused. Not that that's news. Not all schools of fish are the same. Some contain abnormal specimens. Indeed they do. Go to shipwright. We will repair our crab pot. I haven't bought a net yet. We've got 2 lights. Got a lot of money. The money is burning a hole in my pocket. I need 2 more metal scraps, I think. Need 1 more metal scrap. I'll sleep. That's been my sleeping impersonation. I assume my snoring is much louder. I myself seldom hear it. But not never. How about we go behind... We'll go ahead and jack up the speed and head over for lesser marrow. Marrow? Yeah, lesser marrow. Maybe we'll drop our crabs here. We'll do some dredging. More lumber. See if we can't find some more nice dredging spots over here. This should be a good one. Next to a wrecked ship. This will return a ring which can be sold for valuable prizes. An old iron chain. Oh, I had one of those. It's depleted now, this site. Excellent. That's exactly what I need. That's what I need most. Scrap. Oh, we've got more. Can't possibly say no. That is a lot of scrap. That looks like more dredging stuff. I think I can get one of those. That's cloth, I'm assuming. Yeah, bolted cloth. The stock is low. I don't know if the stock, when the stock runs out, I don't know if it replenishes, if it's a one-time thing. We've got an excellent day's work in getting some scrap. We can finish all of the last of the first tier of upgrades to our ship. Start looking at the first real hull upgrade. Alright. Sell to the fishmonger what we've got. Nothing, I think. Yeah, nothing. But we add in one more of those. We pay our $100. We'll need 4 pieces of wood, 2 metal, 3 cloth, and I don't know what that last thing is. Refined metal. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've not seen that yet. I assume I can make it out of scrap metal? I don't know for sure. We'll go to my storage here. We'll set aside our cloth. Second chain. That's everything moved over. Uninstall. Install time is 3 hours. And we have another engine. That one has 15. What do we got going here in the cabin? Encyclopedia. I guess I forgot to check when we got the second crab, the common crab. And pursuits. I need to catch an aberrant fish, or aberrant. Aberrant, I think. I brought them a bunch previously, but apparently they weren't delicious enough. We'll rest. Who says there's no rest for the wicked? It's a beautiful morning. And we left our crab pot here. We've got a nice big fiddler crab. Got a couple days left on it, so we'll leave it where it is. Head back to the far side of the island again, see if we've got any more dredging we can manage. That looks like just the smaller fish, so like mackerel or something. Oh, shark. No, it's the mackerel. Blue mackerel. This looks like more salvage. Cloth, I think. Yeah, cloth. I think I'm going to go a little further afield to see if we can't catch something aberrant. It's just noon. Well, that's not aberrant. That's just a mackerel. So I guess what I'm looking for then would be an unholy mackerel. Oh, this looks like the kind of place where I could catch something aberrant. That's perfectly normal. That's a many-eyed mackerel. Not sure if that qualifies as aberrant or not, but I personally would think that that would qualify as aberrant because it's got more eyes than it should have. I try not to judge, but that doesn't seem normal. This will be wood. I'll get rid of one of the blue mackerels, I think. Yep, lumber. Not really much in the way of space left. And for the fishmonger, you got any of those mutants with you? I do. Remember, any aberrant will suffice. I suspect they're all the same underneath. Oh, am I gonna have to fill the whole thing? Takes the aberrated fish from you. He clutches it close to his chest, wringing his hands around its slimy body. This is a perfectly normal way for a fishmonger to behave. Yes, this should do nicely. Here's what the fish is worth. And why don't you take these, too? They're of no use to me. Research parts. I will gladly take those off your hands, sir. Do you hear that? Sounds like the faintest whispering. You listen. Silence. In the stillness of the room, the fishmonger's hands begin to tremble. I would do an impersonation of that, but I'd spill my beer. His face grows anguished. Please, sell what you need, then leave. I must deal with this creature. Quickly now. That was a perfectly normal way for a person to behave. You know? Really. Perfectly normal. Sell all the fish. Fishmonger's door slams behind you. You hear the heavy scraping of a metal bar sliding across it. It's just island ways, you know. It's the way they are here on the island. Don't fuck crazy. That's all good. And we got 2 research parts. Let's see what we can do in the way of researches. Rods, engines. So I've already got the refined outboard. Twin prop would really speed things up. Whatever that is. Jet drive requires 5. I guess it's plus 9.5. Okay, yeah. Weird. I guess because it's so small, you would be able to make a bunch and really speed up. Pots. Efficient crab pot. Capacity is a 4x4. Lasts for 3 days. Lasts for 5 days. Yield about 2 per day. Yields about 3 per day. And that is a 5x4. 2 per day for 3 days. 5 days. Definitely want to research one of them. What should it be? 2 per day. Yield 2 to 3 per day. Both 4x4. That one's the 5x4, about 2 per day. We'll go with the higher catching rate one. Nets. That needs 2. Engines. Launch. Let's hold on to our other research until we decide that there's something definitely worth researching. So we just added... Huh. No, don't need... No, none of those are floating my boat either. I don't think we need anything from them. What the hell was it I just researched again? The pots? It was the pots. The pots are purchased from the fishmonger, I think. His door is barred from the inside. I can't do any more business with him tonight. Okay. Fine. Be that way. We'll make an early night of it. I am enjoying an Anchor Steam beer tonight, as they closed down the brewery yesterday. As a surprise to all, I believe, 61 employees who worked there, and all of those who've been drinking it for 30 years. So I had a couple of 12 packs delivered, and I'll be enjoying Anchor Steam beer for the next few days. Also, fuck Sapporo. The guys who bought them and then rebranded them into this sort of schmaltzy, generic-looking branding, and now have killed the brand. An American icon. Way to handle it, guys. I was going to go to sleep. No, I had slept. Now I'm going to wake up and go to work. We'll hit the crab pot first. Ooh, we've got a glowy over here. Oh, that's my crab pot. We've got a glowy that I put there. Dumbass. 1 crab. That's it. 1 crab. Disappointed. Stingray? Yeah. Stingray. Fish. What was that? Is there a storm going on? Yeah, there is a storm going on. I'm gonna visit the lady who over here who I helped with her, help build her house. Give her the things she needed to build a house. Haven't chatted with her in a bit. Go around the backside of the island and see if I can't get some more salvage. The builder. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while I was unpacking. You should take it. The engineer's companion added to the cabin. She hands you a book. Cover is dusty, but otherwise good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. What did we get? Cabin. We got a new book, which we haven't read yet. We'll read that during our spare time. That looks like salvage. It is. More cloth. There. Wood or cloth, I think. Wood, I think. No. I've got lots of both. I definitely need more scrap, though. something different. No, it's good. It's the parts I need, the spare parts. Or scrap metal, I should say. Metal scraps. It's 4 p.m. Time to head back. Definitely way faster than I was when I started the game, as you would expect. Bigger engine and a second engine. We've got another glowy spot. Let's see what we catch out of this one. Should be an eel, in which case I'll have to throw something out to make it all fit. We'll see. Host eel. It's a weird one. Okay, we'll set it here for a second while we figure out what we can do to make space. I'd rather not throw out him. Anything I can do to get 3 in a row. Yes, there it is. Ha-ha! Victory is mine. I win Fish Tetris. Perfect packing. I have a full cargo. The prize for winning Fish Tetris, evidently, is a Steam Achieve. Fishmonger's back. Blinding headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyway, what can I do for you? 107 for the fish. Numerous glowing shapes flicker and squirm behind the distended rib cage. The rest of the fish is withered and drained. That's the host eel. Sounds awful. I am going to buy an efficient crab pot. We'll hit my storage. Drop that off. We'll drop that off. We'll drop that off. I have just the one research. The dry dock, I still haven't found any way to make refined metal. Is that what it was? Yeah, refined metal. I'll have to check on around some of the other islands tomorrow. For now, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like the kind of thing that wherever you work would want you to do. Drop my new one there and pick up my old one. Another crab, single. I'll pick it up. I don't know if I can sell my old gear or anything. I have not found a way to do so yet. But I haven't tried a bunch. We've got a glowy, bubbly fishing spot. Let's see if we can get anything. A grotesque mackerel. Nothing says quality like a grotesque mackerel. Storage, ruined mansion, workshop. Workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. Go inside. It's locked. Ruined mansion. What is it? Where should I look for relics? Should ask around the towns and Marrow. Somebody's sure to know something. Anything else? Nothing. I'll be going. Seems like the workshop would be a likely place for me to be able to turn scrap metal into refined metal. It's a cod, bicod. Well, what is this island over here? Looks like we should have some decent shot at some, yeah, very good shot at some dredgery. Wood, I think. Cloth? No, more scrap metal. I'll head back towards home. Got something on the cabin. Encyclopedia, that is for when we caught the host eel yesterday. Vanished. When the sun set, the fish vanished from that spot. Nope, we don't have enough space for an eel. Not enough space for a flounder either. Nope. 68 bucks. Storage. Space. I don't know if there's any way of getting rid of these, but I would like to sell it if I can at some point. That'll do for one day's work. It's definitely about me figuring out how to find or make some refined metal. What do we have? We get pursuits. All taken care of except for the search for relics. Found a large key. I should return it to the collector on Blackstone Isle. Oh, okay. Duh. Blackstone Isle. So that will be south when we wake up. About now. We'll get our crab pot first. Nice. of the day. I thought I had tried to take the key to him, but maybe I didn't. Oh man, it's forgetful, you know. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head. Now somehow seem changed, smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where's the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his teeth. A burst of light fills your vision and you stagger back briefly. Ability unlocked. Haste. Otherworldly speed. At a price. Now, we have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast towards Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark your location on your map, where you can begin your search. Anything else? The words that you read from that book, what did they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers towards you. There's one in particular you wish to know about? Haste. The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. Are there other powers you wish to know more about? Never mind. Oh, that's quite a ways away. That can wait for tomorrow, I think. In-game tomorrow. Not like tomorrow. I had my first magic spell cast on me. Not your average fishing game. I'm going to go out on a limb about that. Is that more cloth? Looks like it. It's more sort of shiny, oily looking color. A regular mackerel. A trophy caught. A grotesque mackerel. Nice. I was really hoping for grotesque today. Not really. I made that up. Let's try the fishing spot here. That's another mackerel. Haste adds speed to your engines, but increases panic and engine heat. Ah, panic is the color, is the sort of eye thing I get at night, I believe. Nah, that won't fit. That won't fit. Still early in the day. I'm looking to try and catch an eel. Would fill out my storage entirely. There's just something about the anal retentive part of me that likes that idea. No. Alright, so fine then. How about here? This time for sure. No, that's the big sharks. That's not going to fit. Fine. Settle for another mackerel. Select it with E and use it by holding right click, I think. track as to which way they're emphasizing left click versus right click. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Who were you expecting? Your engine, it sounds like... I'm sorry, I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. She's crazy. Okay. And we have got $130 worth of fish. Lots of cloth. We're going to rest, and then we're going to take a long ride tomorrow. Let's see what we've got in the crab pot first, and then we're heading off. Chunky boy. Make sure we're heading in the right direction. We are. Not sure this is the island we're looking for, though. It's not. Wow, we've got a long ways to go. I'm going to check out this island today. We'll worry about that island in the distance another time. It's like fish. Oh, we've got a shiny over here. We approach a hooded figure swathed in dark blue robes, their face barely visible. Fisherman, please help. You can barely hear the rasping whisper above the wind and waves. Fulfill the hunger. The hooded figure unfurls an old paper scroll. They point to the shape shown at the top. It appears to be a blue mackerel. He wants a mackerel. He would like a mackerel. This is not a mackerel spot, but I'm here, so I'll grab the flounder. Have any other fishy spots nearby that are obvious? Man needs a mackerel. And when I say man, probably not really. See if we can get a mackerel for him. I'll check what looks like a wreck there in a minute. That's the big sharkies. They're really unpleasant, not because they don't sell, they do, because they take up a very weird shape. Rotten mass lays down sound half hidden by at its base there's an old boat cracked into. Look inside. Found items. Okay, I will be throwing stuff away. I'll have the bag of doubloons. Yes, please. I've got plenty of bolts of cloth. I will take the research part, and we'll throw away the flounder. Just seeing if there's a way to conveniently make room to fit, and no, it doesn't appear that there is. Cloth will stay here, at least for now. Eels. Nope. I was hoping for mackerel. Probably be coming back here tomorrow then with the mackerel to drop that off. we'll boogie on home. Ah, okay, here's where you choose the various and sundry things. Ah, got it. Okay. No, that's no use. So when I got the pot, crab pot, so that's what the function, basically there's a function command for swapping between the various things on your ship to control things like lights, crab pot, the haste spell, the magical haste spell, $88.59. My storage. It took us so long to find a way of getting metal scraps. Now we got a boatload of them. Boatload! Ha! Never mind. I didn't say anything. I've got 2 more research. Let's see if we can get down to 2 research. Volcanic, mangrove, and coastal. No need for those yet. Can't get that yet. Twin prop engine. I think we're still good for right now. There's nothing I feel a particular urgent need to make progress on. The engineer's companion. I forgot to select it. So the pursuit is catch a blue mackerel and the search for relics. Did I miss something in the cabin? I didn't click on it. Catch a blue mackerel. Bring it back to him. Right. I'm going to AFK a sec. Grab myself another cold, refreshing adult leisure beverage. Salutes to Anchorstein, an American icon, shut down yesterday. Fuck you, Sapporo. And bless you, Fritz Maytag. We have a blue mackerel. I do believe somebody wanted that. Can identify fishing spots at a distance. I never even saw that as a function. Wow. Turn around and sell these crabs, get the crab pot fixed and drop it again. Then we'll take the mackerel to the creepy hooded guy. Well, I'm sure he's not going to use it to, you know, bring an end to the world. Sell that one. Sell that one. Good money for those two. Right. Repair, 15 bucks. Back out we go. How do I get this box to go away? Because it's covering up the information for my crab pot right now. I would like it to go away. It's being really fucking annoying. Just wanted to try it out a little. Now this guy. The hooded figure. Fulfill the hunger. And like this. With expert precision, they plunge their hands through the gullet of the fish and tear out the heart. They stuff it into their mouth unceremoniously. More. Still empty. They point to another shape on the second scroll. This one looks like a tiger mackerel. Okay, dude, got it. You want more. That's a blue mackerel. Blue. Blue, trying to get tiger. That's a lumpy mackerel. Blue mackerel. Blue mackerel. Blue mackerel. We got a lot of blue mackerel today. Let's see. No, what the hell is that? Oh, porpoises. Porpoises. We've got porpoises. Thank you, Vorp. How you doing tonight? I so often forget. It's totally not because I'm an old guy and forgetful. Oh wait, I forgot. Yes, it is. Don't tell me they broke everything at work again. Trader, returning customer. Please take this as a symbol of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find it useful. He's given me a book. I will sell the bag of doubloons. 55 bucks for a bag of doubloons. I gotta say that seems a little on the cheap side. I am still reading the Engineer's Companion, but then I'll be able to read the Relaxed Mind. I also did want to drop off 2 research parts. So, we've got glowy fishing spot. It's going to be squid. I caught an arrow squid. I caught a snag squid. Oh, it's not creepy at all. It's got way too many mouths. Warp, I hope you enjoyed the little conclusion, semi-conclusion to the Call of Cthulhu campaign. I have got a lot of stuff to sell for $153.86. Well, hopefully I can now live up to it from here on. I'm already started work. Let's see. Don't have any repairs. I still have not yet tracked down how to make or find refined metal. No need for any research yet. So, in the cabin. The encyclopedia. This is I caught the snag squid. Tasting tongues writhe wildly and a set of yellowed crooked teeth. The top row are flattened like human molars. That's a creepy squid, gotta say. And the pursuits. I need to catch a tiger mackerel. And bring it back to the totally not a hooded cultist. I got space. I'm going to do a little night fishing. See if I can't find something particularly creepy and unsettling. I won't go too far afield. I think the light there is my crab pot, which we'll check on. Should be good for a stingray. Well, we want to get that one for sure. Trophy caught. We got a trophy stingray. That's probably the best arrangement for that. What do we have here? Flounder? We can fit a flounder. Oh, it's a grouper, a voltaic grouper. Another creepy fish. We got a shot of squid here. We'll grab a squid. Brood squid. Another creepy squid. I almost ran into that big rock. Zoinks! And that one. That'll be another squid, but I don't have space for it, sadly. In the cabin, we almost finished off the Engineer's Companion. Encyclopedia, we caught the voltaic grouper, an unknown green energy arcs and crackles over this fish's scales. It thrashes ceaselessly even hours after being pulled from the water. So, Vorp, I am drinking Anchor Steam. You'll note the lovely and stylish rebranding they did a couple years ago. $240. I am money rich right now. Anything to put in the storage? No. Dry dock. I still have to find a way of getting my hands on some finished metal. Cool. Well, the one picture I've got two pictures of what your character looks like, and they're both pretty similar, just stylistically different. Trawling. I haven't done any trawling yet. Ooh, halogen spotlight. 1800 lumens. 275. We yoink both of those back. It's late. Let's get some sleep. Shut eye. Actually, I'm going to try to get rid of that that thing floating by a quick save and quit and continue, and hopefully it's gone now. That floating UI piece is kind of a pain in the ass. Nope, it's still there. I don't know how I get rid of it. I turned on haste, and that wasn't sufficient. Here's our crab pots. One little crab. Dinky little feller. I'm gonna head no, that's cod. I'm gonna head for that place that the collector wants me to go to. That island straight ahead. The longest trip I've taken. I'm scared. The Engineer's Companion I have finished. Check the cabin for the bonuses I get. Got a light there, and there's a town over there, so I can presumably stay in that town over there if I need to. Got a, that's a really big fucking fish. That's a really large fish. Pardon my French. Really big fucking fish. A black-mouthed salmon. Well, that's a fish I've not caught before. Don't know what this place is. Let's find out. Oh, and we've got a water twister. Ahoy there, you're a new face. Fisherman, I take it. Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire. Ha ha ha! I'm a traveler and a merchant, and I'm all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them on to the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock, see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. Fish market. On this side of the pontoon, I buy fish you want to sell. 26 bucks for the black-mouthed salmon. Well, 21 bucks. So 2 fish. Oh, the crab. Have you met the photographer? She stopped by my pontoon a little while back. She's loaded up with fancy camera equipment to take pictures of all the wildlife. She sighs wistfully. Wish I had my own camera. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to document everything you do? You'd never forget anything. Anyway, she said she was setting up on a small island to the south of the Marrows. If you're in the area, maybe you could check in on her. Floating dock, shipyard. Most of this gear is super heavy, so I don't offload it at every pontoon, but come aboard and see what equipment you've got. Ooh, she's got the same stuff the other one's got, plus she's got refined metal. Thank you. I will buy that. And she's got research. How much is the research? 350. That's going to be pretty close to break me. So I'll settle for the refined metal for now. But I know that she's got it. That's cool. Traveling merchant. Hey again. Come by for a chat? Do you need help with anything? Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. I figured out most of my travels so far, but there's a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure, I can help you with that. Great. The fish I've left to track down are garfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and coelacanth. I know a little about each species, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What did you want to know? oarfish. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they live in reasonably deep but calm water. Maybe the shelter of the Gale Cliffs would suit them. What about the other fish? Gulper eels. Gulper eels live at the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. Goliath tigerfish. These guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters, using the shade of trees as cover. And coelacanth. Well, these are an ancient fish. In essence, a living fossil. Actually, I have no idea where coelacanths might be, but they have a primordial feel to them, don't you think? I've got all the information I need. Anything else you want to talk about? All those fish that you wanted to find. What you want to know? Oh, okay. I'll be going now. Alright, we got that one book done. We got the Engineer's Companion. Equipment types that use durability will lose it 10% slower. Nice to know. Encyclopedia. I caught the blackmouth salmon. And the pursuit, we have added catching rare fish. It is 1 in the afternoon. I'm going to head across over here to this little town. Tiger mackerel. That's what the creepy guy in the other island wanted. Oh, we've got an island over there. Oh, a town over there, too. Artifact manifest added. I will plot over here really quickly so that I know what's around here. Ingefell. Ingefell resident. What is it? Do you need help with anything? I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here we consider aged conger eels to be particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Oh, good, rotting. I should have bought a bigger hook, bigger boat, and maybe a bazooka. Normally we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dogs keep digging them up and eating them. Yeah, the dogs aren't eating them, lady. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel? I'll try. Where can I catch conger eel? They can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them. Oh, and did I mention they only come out at night? Yeah, I believe they hide during the day. Good luck. Alright, I think we're going to try to get back to... where was he? We've got encyclopedia, the tiger mackerel, messages in the bottle, artifact manifest, sunken oaken music box, purchased from the antiquarian at Little Merrow for a bargain price, wooden mask, 12-piece tea set, a jar of earth. And pursuits. We have added deliver a rotting conger eel. The one I want is a tiger mackerel, which is what I have, right? Yeah, tiger mackerel. Must be there, I think. And we'll see if I can't get ourselves eaten by a huge fish on the way back to our lighthouse home. Sun's going down real early. I will grab that fishing spot if I can. But first, I think this guy wants his fish. More. Still empty. They point to another shape on the second scroll. This one has a tiger mackerel. Again, they rip into the flesh of the fish, drawing out its heart. They consumed it as quickly as the first. Almost fulfilled. They point to a fish on the final scroll. This one is a snake mackerel. Okay. Don't have one of those, bro. Sorry. I'm gonna... try to boogie on home quickly. Whoop. I think I want to avoid that. From the fog. Hear a foghorn echo. That was an achievement. Whoops! Don't run into the rock. You'd regret your life choices. Whoops! Don't run into that rock either. Or that one. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We have only one crab in our crab pot. That's a disappointment. And home again, JF. Oh! Refined outboard engine disabled. Yeah, I ran into the damn rock. Yeah, 278 quests is almost indistinguishable from being done. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Completely normal around here, and nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be right as rain by morning. I have just the one fish, and I don't think that's going to cover my expenses for the repair. 30 bucks. Fortunately, we can now dry dock, and I think we've got everything we need for the hull upgrade. Ooh, that's going to use all of our wood. And purchase upgrade $500. Tier 2 hull upgrade. Additional slots configured. Hull improved. Upgrade to the second tier hull. Go me. Let's see. I think I'm out of wood, so I can't give myself an additional engine space. 4 cargo spaces will be my next objective, I think. Now my storage got a lot more room all of a sudden. Should be. Our cash is down to 500. We'll start reading the Relaxed Mind, our pursuits. Catch a snake mackerel. It's late. Let's get some Z's. Yeah, at some point I tried to do a calculation as to the number of quests I had done in MMOs, and my best guess was a few 100,000. Because I counted the number of quests that were in WoW, and then estimated what percentage of them I had done on each of my characters, and I did the same for Latro, and I can't remember, it might have been 250,000 was my estimate of the number of quests I've done in MMOs. Which is mental. I will grab see if my crab pot's got anything in it. I can't remember if the crab pot's got another day of sitting out or not. It has a day left, so we'll let it sit. We do have more space. Excellent. Well, I mean, if you've got the time, you can buzz through stuff at a pretty good pace, generally speaking. I think this is wood, which is good because I just ran out of wood. It is lumber. I am a lumberjack, and I am okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. That's not true. I don't work all day. Sometimes I sleep all day. Well, it's mackerel. Can we get the weird mackerel that the guy was looking at? That's a blue mackerel. That's just a standard blue mackerel. No one cares about blue mackerel. We'll see how much we can sell. Complete a total of 25 fishing spots. Another achieve there. Ooh, what was that? We had a shiny. Stone seems to hum quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon the surface. We've seen these before. Nothing happens except at night when they glow. Not where I intended to head. I went the wrong way. That's fine. It's not late or anything yet. Oh, nice. A whale breaching. That was cool. At least it didn't, land on my boat. What was that? I got a blackfin tuna. I got a couple of blackfin tuna. All right, I should probably try and find a town to park my carcass in. Another boat. That's a creepy sound. It's got... Oh, it is not... It's not actually a boat. It's one of those fish with the dangly, glowing thing meant to fool prey. Like it tried to do to me right there. It's still following me. Well, we'll sell all this to the fishmonger for 82 bucks. Got a couple more pieces of wood. That's good. We ran out when we upgraded our hull. What do we need for... To increase, we need 2 wood, 2 scrap, and 1 cloth. I think we've got that. Absolutely, we do. $300 bucks. 4 additional hull cargo spaces. More storage space. We're 72% done with the relaxed mind. And here is the blackfin tuna we caught. 20 bucks a piece. It's not a lot of money. We are low on supplies once again, generally speaking. It's late. We will sleep some more. Get any stuff that's in our crab pot, pull up the crab pot, which will need some little bit of fixing. 2 crabs. Common crabs. They hate it when you call them common, though, really. We're going to head for and probably stay overnight at one of the towns, if I can, on that larger island over there. I should check and see what was there. I need some weird-ass kind of mackerel, I think, for... It's just going to be cod, I think. Yeah, just cod. We'll catch a couple. Help defray our expenses, you know. Yep. Let's see what we've got here in this little spot. Blue mackerel. It's looking for some weird-ass kind of mackerel, I think. The totally not occultist guy. Who keeps eating the hearts out of the special fish I bring in. The relaxed mind I have finished. Let's see what the relaxed mind is good for. 10% resilience to panic. I am more calm. I am calm, mellow, completely controlled, relaxed. I think this is the big sharky dudes, and they don't fit very well anywhere. But I made them fit. You just gotta get a bigger hammer when you wallop them. That looks like sailfish. It is. I know I don't have room for sailfish. But I can make room. That thing is big. That thing is really big. It's 6 long. I don't think it's going to fit. I don't think there's anything I can do to make that fit without throwing out a bunch of stuff. But I'm going to try. Huh. Alright, how about it? We keep him up there. Move that there. Move that there. We made him fit! Welcome to Fish Tetris. I am the champion. That is exactly what it is, although it's Fish Tetris by way of Call of Cthulhu. Seriously. There's all kinds of creepy, eerie stuff going on. This looks like a small little fish. It's an oceanic perch. Let's try to catch another. Oh, we can catch one more. And we're full. Let's see if these guys will let us park here and sell or not. I don't think they had anything other than like storage. Yeah, they just had storage here in Ingefell. Well, that looks like another town over there. Maybe they'll let me stay the night and allow me to sell stuff. I don't think I want to hit the water spout. Call me crazy. An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you. Oh, and greetings. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it that you need? Place doesn't seem safe. Why do you live here? I have been stubbornly holding out here for quite a while. Truth be told, I've been reconsidering my options lately. My position. I've been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life until the collapse. Now I'm all alone, cut off by land and sea, left only with these trembling rocks on all sides. I could help you move to Ingefell. It's not that simple. My brother would never... You see, I used to live in Ingefell with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot, mostly about how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We're in the prime foolishness of our youth. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest. I stole it from him. Now, after all this time, I can't return without it. Where is it? That's where the problem lies. After the collapse, that creature had dragged the debris from houses down with it into the wretched burrows. The crest went down with it. It's a lost cause, I know, but if you were to find it, it's a large, whalebone crest. It'd mean the world to me. I'll look for it. Thank you, but please, be careful. Hermit. Hello again. What can I do for you? What am I supposed to be doing? Do you know I could clear the debris around here? You probably need some explosives to shift those rocks. My brother in Ingfell used to make explosive. For the whaling operations, you see, nasty stuff, but with the whales all gone, I can't imagine he's still in business. I can rest here, but I can't sell here. My cabin, encyclopedia, we got the oceanic perch. The map, added new questy bits, pursuits. Find the family crest in the Gale Cliffs. God. Or Gale Cliffs. It's either or. Well, I think I'm going to have to... I think I've got to sleep here. My fish isn't going to be worth duty by the time I get back to home base. But I will haul male reproductive gonads. Gotta say, this is a strange little game. The fishing part is fine and relaxing and all that. And then there's the weird Cthulhu stuff going on. I say this as a man who is enjoying an alcoholic beverage right now. How much do you think they had to drink before? We've got orcas. How much do you think they had to drink before they came up with the idea for this? My money's on all. They had to drink all of it. Here we go, we're home. So it takes the better part of the day to go from the island with Ingefell all the way to here, back to proverbial home. Fish is worth 179 bucks. It's not bad. Let's see. 2 wood and 2 to add an additional engine space. Adding 3 more rod spaces will cost wood, 2 scrap, and 2 cloth. 2 wood, 2 scrap. I don't know what I have. What do I currently have? I have only 1 scrap and no wood. Right. Repair all. That's the crab. Right, the crab pot needed repair. I can sell these. I figured out how to sell them. That's a peculiar engine. I can't sell that one. Nor can I sell that. Okay, well, at least I sold a couple of things. A little extra cash. Let's get a little more fishing done. There's still time to do some more fishing. You know? Trophy card. Catch a couple cod. Couple more. Got a glowy, bubbly one. A riddled flounder. Baggy skin perforated with countless cavities. A singular shapeless mass spreads underneath. Sushi time. Horrible nightmare sushi time. Is there any way I can get space for another flounder? Yes. There we are. A trophy one. That's extra money. I don't remember exactly what facilities I have over here that are available to me. It does indeed. I don't have anything for the trader. It's a weird little game. It is very well constructed. Even when, you know, it's nothing but the silly fishing thing part works by itself. Then you add in the weird eldritch horror, cosmic horror stuff that is unclear as to what's going on, but it is going on. And it's kind of cool. Another 185 bucks in Casherino. I am wealthy beyond the dreams of Croesus. I'm going to go out for just long enough to drop my crab pots. Because I keep forgetting. I'm also going to fish here. Eels. I got the barbed eel. Don't think that's what the creepy dude was looking for. Let's go ahead and drop our crab pot there. What was the creepy guy looking for again? Encyclopedia, we got the barbed eel. A spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves. A row of teeth bent on revenge. Pursuits. He's looking for a snake mackerel. Alright, so not some weird ass eel. And a fishmonger. Another 85.57 out there for just a couple of minutes. We're back up to $744. More money, more problems, you know, they say. It's bullshit, but they say it. Let's sleep. We'll see if we got anything in our crab pot, first of all. Nothing. Blue mackerel. A trophy blue mackerel. That appears to be salvage. Wood. Well, that was all it had, just the one chunk of wood. And I just drove right into a rock. I swear, I'm not drunk driving. Another one of the biggie fish. They really don't fit well anywhere. They are really annoying simply because of their shape. More goods. More salvage. More scrap metal. Excellent. Almost full. Let's see what this one's got for us. Flounder. Yeah. I got space for one. It's a cyclopean flounder. Species data added to the encyclopedia. We'll head back. Check our crab pots a second time. We got a couple of common crabs. Just enough to fill every last spot. Oh, no, not quite every last. We have one empty spot in our vastly, expansively expanded hull. I don't know how you do it every day. These old bones couldn't cut it on the high seas. 185 bucks. Back to my storage. Add in a couple more metal scraps. Another piece of lumber. Time to do a little bit more. Whoops, no. Let's fix our freaking ship. We damaged our hull. How much is it going to cost me? 30, 50? 30 bucks. Oh, we can just fish here until it gets dark. Just add to our daily take. Squid! Squidly! Squidward! I'm having some panic. Before I head back in, I'll check the crab pot again one more time, just in case. Nope. Didn't think so, but hey. Another batch of fish, another 75 bucks. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save and quit completely out of the game and restart and see if that fixes that UI bug. I've got my doubts. It's not game breaking, but it's really annoying. That didn't get rid of it. God damn it. Alright. I'm going to save and quit and call it here for the evening, I think. I'm going to check the interwebs to see if there's any information on how to clear that UI bug. Because, like I said, not game breaking, but really annoying. So I'm going to call it here. I may or may not be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I am mourning the passing of one of my, if not my very favorite, brewery, Anchor Steam, an American icon, closed down yesterday. And so, I may not feel like streaming tomorrow. But if I'm not back tomorrow, I should be back on Saturday at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Probably for more Dredge, but who knows with me. It is a lady's prerogative to change her mind. I'm not sure if that applies to me, but I'm going to pretend I have that prerogative anyway. So, if not back tomorrow, back in 2 days. Thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. As always, I really do appreciate it. So, have a great Thursday night, and hopefully your Friday will get you into a really nifty weekend. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll be back Friday or Saturday. Have a great night tonight. Take care. I'll catch you next time, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.